We are live.
We are. And today we've got Scotty and Danny Bohnen with us. We had the pleasure of meeting these two amazing twin brothers at the Salt Lake City Wake Up Now convention. And they just brought so much delight that we thought that we should share them with our viewers. And welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Oh, it is our pleasure. It's our pleasure. I'll tell you, you two are. When we met you, we knew, and at the convention, the concept of teampreneur came up. So it's really a big concept, sort of hitting our culture here. And boy, you two came quite to mind. So you're twins, but you're also business partners, and we would love to hear a bit of your story and how it is that you've come to be in business together.
Yeah, certainly. I don't know, Scotty, maybe I'll go ahead for a minute.
Sure.
I know we have a short amount of time, so we'll pack a punch in just a small amount of time here. Yeah, Scotty and I we're twin brothers and business partners online. We started out seriously about 1.5 years ago. Scotty was dabbling a little bit before me and got me into it, and I saw the value there, and I really wanted to work together with him. We do everything together, so we're business partners. We also go to the gym every morning together. We're on the same schedule. We help out our family business on the weekends together. So it's great to sort of have a companion like that. So, anyways, We've been online now seriously for about 1.5 years. I gotta say we didn't really make any money, and then we were learning the ropes for the first almost year of that whole time. But for about the last 6 to 8 months or so, we've been full-time online, and have been able to make it a career for ourselves. So it's been a great time. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Scotty.
Yeah. Like Danny was saying. We've always been looking for a better way to live the life that we want and create that that awesome money and help people in the process create that lifestyle and make a difference in their life, and not only their life but their family's life and their friends' life. And we've been getting by and stuff, but we always thought that there's something better out there. So Danny, like he was saying, he was doing a few other things before online marketing, and I've been looking at this online marketing stuff. It was like 2 years ago that I actually got into it, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty easy. I mean, if these guys can do it, I think we can do it, And so I started by myself in a different company, working on it and just kind of doing it part-time, like, okay, we could, just put my foot in the door and send some ads here and maybe working it like an hour a day or something. But I realized that there's a lot more to it, and Danny was doing real estate at that moment, fixing and flipping houses, and I was into the online marketing niche. And I guess if you want to back up, before this, we actually have a family-owned dinner theater that we own as a family, and we run it together. So you come and eat dinner, and you watch a live show, and we do musicals and whatnot. So that's our main gig that we've been doing. We've been in the theater for like the last 15 years here in, I guess we're not in Colorado right now, but in Colorado we have the theater there. So that's my main source of income, and it was paying the bills. I love what I'm doing. We actually do a little bit of acting and singing, if you can believe it. And so that wasn't actually paying the bills. It was paying the bills, but it wasn't letting us live the lifestyle that we wanted. So I went, I'm like, oh, well, I can help work the theater and our dinner theater while we do online marketing. So long story short, Danny was interested. He saw the presentation videos that we were in the company before, and he's like, "Whoa, this looks awesome, man. We could maybe do this as a team." And at first, we were gonna create separate accounts and help each other out by signing under each other. But I was like, why don't we just not compete against each other, and be one team together. And just like you were saying, that be a teampreneur together and hold each other accountable, work together, and help each other out in the process. And so far, we've been online together for about a year and a half, and we've been within the Simple Freedom team in Wake Up Now for about 7 months now. So that first year we did struggle, but these last 7 months have just been. We've met a solid team. We've connected with these guys, gals and guys, and really it is about holding a team, and the people you meet is so crucial, and being around your mentors and your role models, and we were around that within the Simple Freedom team, and we just never looked back, and now we're here, and it's been a blessing, and we're making residual income now, and I just never thought we'd get to this point, and it's been a pretty crazy ride so far. So that's a little bit of our story. I could go on about what else we do. We have we live in the mountains. We have a bunch of hobbies. We go hiking and skiing and stuff and whatnot too. So that's been fun, and we love to travel with family and meet awesome people like these ladies down here. So we're just people, and we love to help people out. And I just can't wait to get that Wolfpack mentality we've been talking about, and just create a dynasty here with the Simple Freedom team.
Now, meeting you at the convention this weekend, I mean, it just was so much fun, and to be able to spend time and talk with you. What kind of value did you get by you being able to connect with everybody in that more relaxed atmosphere, to see them as they are? Did you find that really beneficial to you?
Yeah, we've been to quite a few. Well, not quite a few. We've been to about 4 events over the last year and a half, and so it's always great to get around like-minded people, to get in the same room as those kinds of people that are running toward the same goals, financial goals, or lifestyle goals as you are. And the thing it does for me and Scotty, because I know we've talked about it, and really what it does for everybody is it sort of helps clarify your vision and let you know that it's possible. It lets you know that all these people around you are running for that vision, and then these are the people who have achieved that already, and you meet them, you talk to them, and they're just normal people like yourselves, and they've done it all by supporting a team, building a team, and really putting their team first. And so that's something that we've taken away from events, is just keep going forward. They're not superstars. They started from the same spot that you started at. And this event, I got to say, was the best one we've been to. My favorite event so far, just because we're now a part, and I know you guys are too, we're a part of a team that really supports each other and really thrives on that teampreneur mentality. And so when we meet each other in person, it's almost as if we're already a big family. And so that's the kind of atmosphere that we found that you need to just really be successful in this industry.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I picked up on, and I think that a lot of people have the misconception when they first start out in this online venue, is that they're going to make money right away. And some do. Some are very fortunate, and they do. But others have a learning process to go through. And for you, it was, 7 months or something, and you were able to kind of like start turning things around. But I think that's very valuable for people to hear, that sometimes it takes a little bit, but don't give up. Don't give up. This find a team, find a that place that you can get that support that you need to be able to journey forward. I think that's huge for people to hear.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and like Brandon Boyd was actually saying, to sustain an actual business, to actually give it a go, you have to give it a 12-month period of work to see if anything happens. You can't just dib and dabble for like the first 2 months and then just give up, But the great thing about us here is you have a team backing you up, an entire team backing you up, and we use teamwork to help each other hit ranks, to help each other out every single day. And you're not left alone, wondering what to do and where to go, where to find this capture page, how to talk to people when you get prospects. So it's just an awesome feeling to be welcomed into a family, I guess, per se, and feel that unity of being with a team, and not being left alone. And then once you are here, you guys got to treat it as a business, treat it as a job, and if you really want to be successful, give yourself that 12-month period and really just go balls to the walls and just go for it, So I totally agree with you.
I wanted to add on that too, is that with the that's a good point, Kathleen. How people think that they're just going to jump on and then within a couple weeks they're going to supplement their income, or they're going to have plenty of money coming in. The first program that Scott and I started in together, I'll give you just some of the stats, and it might sound a little discouraging, but it's led to where we are today, and it's just something that you have to go through. The first program we jumped in, we probably dropped about around $5,000 to $6,000 just to get all in, to get all their products, and so that we're able to make commissions off that. And then also we traveled around to events, 3 different events with that certain company, and so there was airfare, there was hotels. And then aside from that, we spent money on, dabbling in traffic, buying traffic here, Facebook ads, things like that. So, I'm guessing altogether we may have spent around $10,000 in that first 7 months to a year with making $0. So we invested around $10,000 and made $0 at first. And I got to say it was it's definitely worth it. But I also will put in that you don't have to take that route. There's plenty of systems or companies or teams where you don't have to spend $10,000, you don't have to spend $5,000, and so do your due diligence and know what you're getting into. Although the route we took, I don't regret it. It was a good learning experience, and we have to learn the ropes. That's something that people forget when they come online, is that it really is a whole nother business. You can't expect to jump into like the restaurant business and not invest some money or take some education. I know it's an age-old metaphor, or a comparison, but you wouldn't go to be a doctor and jump into surgery your 3rd day. We all have to go through education. We have to learn the ropes, and the best way to learn is to learn by doing. So I just wanted to put that in there.
But I too have spent a lot of money learning this profession, and I look at it. I think you do go through various companies or learning experiences, but in relation to spending 4 years in college, and there's nothing wrong with that, the cost has been minimal compared to that, but the value in return in what you learn when you've got hands-on and you're in the trenches and you are actually out there doing it is pretty invaluable. So, I think we all have to go through a certain learning curve and take the good with it.
Yeah. Okay. Totally.
So I have a question, guys, regarding teaming up, and you're holding each other accountable. I guess you're gym buddies too, so that's got to help in terms of keeping you accountable. So it kind of spills probably right over, and right now, even in the company team that you're in, there's a fair amount of accountability. So regarding teams, I think there's a lot of value to, instead of being so much on your own and kind of doing your solo thing, being part of a team, I would think contributes a fair amount to success. Would you think that being part of a team together and also the team you're in now is why you're having success so quickly?
Yeah, I'll jump in real quick. I'll let you go then, Scotty. But yeah, I got to say that there are days when I don't know how I would do it if we weren't a team. First of all, a team as a duo together. I'll talk about that first. We definitely hold each other accountable. If I'm having a down day or I'm real frustrated, Scotty's usually positive. He's there to push me through or help me out, or vice versa. and it's good to have someone to discuss strategies or trainings with who's right there with you, who you're going to meet every morning at the gym. You can talk business, and it's someone you've known your whole life, So that aspect has helped a lot, and not everyone can have that or has that option to have that. So we're lucky in that respect. But as far as the whole entire team goes, yeah, it's been the one thing I tell people that has helped us throughout this network marketing industry, helped us to make any kind of money, are the relationships we've built with other people. A lot of people try to just skip around that. They try to buy traffic. They try to, I'm going to put this on full automation. It's going to be totally automated. We found that there has to be some degree of relationship building and team building per se, because if you're not helping people get what they want, you're not doing anyone any good, and you're not going to get what you want. So yeah, definitely the team that we're in right now. We actually, when we started to have some success, it was when we joined the current company we're in now, and we joined a team of guys who we've known before and have met before, and it was that certain collaboration that allowed us to sort of jump levels, and have some success. So yeah, definitely, it's all about who you surround yourself with, who you choose to work with, and who you choose to be on your team, because they can either make you or break you.
Yeah, I want to add on that too, and what Danny was saying, we see each other almost every day, so we do hold each other accountable, kind of, and we pump each other up, to get to the next level, to help build our team and their team's team, and like if we're stumped and we don't know how to answer something, we can also go to our entire team, and go to ask our upline, or ask someone else that might know it. Post it in our group, and someone will know the answer and will give us feedback. So it's reassuring to know that I don't just have my business partner Danny to help me out here. I have an entire team that I can go to help me if I'm stuck, and I think that's exactly what's helped us out, Emily, with our ranking up and actually seeing success faster, is because we had things figured out for us and answered quickly, and we weren't left in the dark like, oh, how do we do this? Everyone's alert and right there helping us, even if we can't figure it out, and that's really driven us and helped us out. And of course, once we know that knowledge, we can pass it down to our team, and we can be that outlet for them to ask questions. And then, of course, if we don't know it, we can just ask our team. So well, it's a great thing.
And really, you can just look at the stats or numbers for us. When we first started in our first program, we joined some guru off of a paid ad who wasn't team oriented at all. And we had no team atmosphere, really. We had no one to connect with, and look what we did. We did nothing. As soon as we transferred over into a family-like, supportive team atmosphere, I mean, that's just when it took off for us.
Yeah, and you know what? I am so happy, having come off that convention, to hear that this was going to be made into a corporate culture, that Teampreneurs being a corporate culture, because just as you've said, something similar happened to me too. I kind of came in there, and although I think my upline did try to realize that he had to go that way, just the demand. He didn't want to be a schmuck, and he just realized he had to step up, and he did a great job, to be quite honest with you. But nevertheless, a lot of people just weren't making success over there, because they really weren't getting the kind of support that they needed. They were getting support in the SEO side of things, but not everyone wants to become a brilliant SEO person or spend all their time out there, backlinking left and right and all that kind of stuff. So, but being here and having a culture that totally supports team is fabulous. And as you well know, we met you at our house. We had rented a house out in Salt Lake City, our team, and our team had really wanted to be able to get together and mastermind, and our fearless leader, Steve Barnes, he was determined that we were not going to leave until everybody had that what they had gone there to get that they had. And we all left just so much more connected and satisfied, because unfortunately a lot of us, we are kind of solopreneurs. You know, we are off on our own, in our own homes, home-based businesses. Sometimes spouses are involved, sometimes they're not, and you know, it could be quite lonely. So being able to have camaraderie and support and have people really validating your choices and helping you in your stumbling areas, that's amazing, absolutely amazing. And you two you've had all these years. I know I'm actually not sure how old you are, but you've had all these years to kind of blend and discern who plays what role, or how you two cooperate with each other over the years. Any kind of advice you might want to give our viewers regarding how to cooperate with one another on a lifelong team situation?
Sure. Dan, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You can go.
Well,
first.
you know, you just gotta have a daily routine. You know, a DMO, a daily method of action, and you got to be able to you know, get comfortable of what you're doing every day to build your business, and alongside your business partner, of course. If he's doing one thing, you know, you got to be responsible for doing your thing. And that goes along for your team too, that's under you. And you can't, you know, we've gone through this before where you know, you'll get sidetracked and go and do something else, and then your duty for that day doesn't get completed. And you know, and we kind of, you know, sometimes it gets frustrating, of course, you know, and you can get to it later. But when you have, you know, a certain thing that you are required to get done, and not required, you know, you can get it done whenever you want, but that day, you know, if I don't get something done that I've written down that I want to do, I kick myself, you know, and I tell Danny, I'm like, oh man, I didn't get this done today. So we cope with it, you know, and like if I'm out work, you know, doing something else like driving and running errands, I'll call him up, hey, I didn't get back to so-and-so today. Do you think you could hop on the computer and get back to them for me? So that's when teamwork comes in too. But it's you know, it can be frustrating, but in the end it all gets done, and we do use that teamwork and you know, teampreneurship to help each other out when we're you know, when we're busy or you know, doing something else or don't have enough time. So overall it all works out. So I don't know if you want to add on that, Danny.
Yeah, I would say that the biggest part about or advice I can give about making teamwork work, especially in an intimate team environment like Scotty and I have, it's just upholding your end of the bargain. Everyone's putting in their share. You need to put in your share. You know, that you can go on a bigger level with that, with a whole big team where everyone needs to be doing what they're supposed to, and then they're going to get the help that they need. So with Scotty and I as a two-member team, it's you know, I feel bad if we go a day and he has connected with 20 people and I haven't done anything, you know. And sometimes we can let it go for a day or two, but if it goes on for a few days, it's like, hey, you know, what the heck? What are you doing? You know, and we can hold each other accountable that way. And the same goes for a larger team. I mean, even our personal larger team below us, we keep in contact with them weekly, and it's sort of like, hey, what have you done? What are you doing? And the first thing we ask them when someone says, hey, I need a little help here, or can you you know, give me a person here, or whatever, it's just always like, well, hey, have you done this? Have you been doing this? Have you been taking these action steps? Have you been upholding your end of the bargain? So that's the advice I would have. Just make sure that you're upholding your end of the bargain, and if you have expectations for the other person, realize that they also have them for you as well.
Yeah, and what's the good thing is to stay in contact with your business partner daily. And I would say if you have people on your team that are really running with you, you know, check in with them at least, you know, once or twice a week, just to be like, hey, update them on things, or see how things are going, see if they need help. You know, the new marketing thing that you just learned, share it with them. Every knowledge that you get, share it with your team, so they can duplicate what you're doing, and be in the know of what's going on, So it's always good to share what you've learned with your team. I know what I've learned over this last weekend. I've already brought home, and we've actually physically called our teammates and be like, hey, something big is going to happen. You guys need to get plugged in, and you just let them know. Be yourself and be genuine, and they'll find the passion through your voice and your excitement, and they'll get excited too. So it's something that you need, share with your teammate, and then along with your business partners too. So yeah.
Boy, that is great info right there, in the encouragement to have a weekly team meeting of some sort to keep everybody accountable, because otherwise people tend to kind of, they lose contact. Well, if I don't do it today, it's okay. Nobody's really watching anyway. But if somebody knows, if you know that somebody's got an expectation of you, I think you are more likely to get in there and get with the process.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wonderful takeaway right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if they've invested time already within the company, they've invested money, invested time, why not hold them accountable? It's like you're doing this for your dream. You're doing this for your family. I'm going to hold you accountable for your family. So this is, I'm going to help you throughout this whole journey for you. So it's definitely something.
It is about support, and we've noticed that. And I know we're getting short on time here, but it's about supporting the team and being there for them. I was actually talking to a person on Facebook chat yesterday or 2 days ago, another marketer in a different company, and we're always just connecting with people. And I just told him, hey, yeah, man, it's been busy, been busy with the team and all this stuff. And he threw at me this quote from another well-known guy in the industry, saying, when your team gets bigger, that shouldn't take up more of your time. And I just think that's a bunch of bullcrap. I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, you want to live a life of freedom. You don't want to be tied down to your computer and your team. But initially, you do want to build that relationship with them. You want to share what's working, and you want to make sure they're duplicating. I just happen to know the guy personally, and I know that he just plugs people in and leaves them and doesn't do anything else. He doesn't, and if they can't figure out the system, they can't figure stuff out, then they're on their own, and that's all there is to it. So, yeah, it's connecting with them, building that personal relationship, and giving them the support that they need. And eventually, once you create that front line of leaders or support givers in your team, they pass it on down, and you don't have to deal with it as much anymore, and you can start living, you have a little more time freedom then. And you just keep gifting that gift and teaching that mentality down the line, so they teach it to their frontline leaders, and so on and so on. So initially, I just hate it when I see that out there. Don't let someone tell you, or sales pages tell you, it's just set it and forget it, plug people in, and you don't have to talk to anybody. The one thing I sort of hate is put down the phone, pick up the paycheck. I sort of hate that, because in the beginning, you should pick up the phone and talk to your team and make sure they're duplicating and create a really, a relationship with them. Once they got it down, then you can put down the phone, go to Mexico, and let them teach their front line. So.
And I think that everybody wants to be acknowledged. If they've bought into something and they want to hear from you. If they don't pick up the phone, if you've made that effort, then that's their choice. But yeah, I think that most people want that acknowledgement, to know that somebody cares.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's where people see their greatest success. Because don't we all want to please somebody else? Don't we all want to be liked and all of that? So you don't want that feeling of letting somebody down if they put their trust in you. So, just another great tidbit right there. I just think you guys are sharing a lot of wealth for the people, and good info.
Yeah, and we hope people can take this and apply it with their business if they have a business, or if they've been wanting to start something up. Just know that there are good people in this industry, and we generally want to help. So to you guys. Here we go.
and people will do what you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
you're not doing it.
Do.
They're probably not going to either.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. We are going to have to wrap it up, and you have given us such great value. And not only that, you know, did I see how people can connect with you folks?
Yeah, I put my Facebook on my bar down there. That's our main thing is Facebook. We love chatting, connecting, and getting to know people on Facebook. So if you want to check out our blog, you can go to bbrosblog.com, and we're always sharing value there as well.
And for some reason, my Hangout toolbox isn't working right now, but you can find me on Danny's Facebook in his friends list. So feel free to friend request us, guys. Connect with us on Facebook. We'd love to chit chat and bring some value to you.
Yeah, you folks are like a 2-for-1. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so with an incredible teampreneur attitude. So anyone that joins up with you two are going to be very, very blessed. And I definitely appreciate so much of the conversation we had, because hearing our voices and getting that personal relationship, this is network marketing, by the way. So how better to do it than through our voices and through connecting with people. And you two are just the poster boys of that. So thank you so much for joining us, and we are so blessed to have had you. So with that, we need to say goodbye. Everybody have a great, peaceful day. God bless. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.